And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Hey everyone and welcome. Today's video is a joke. Not because it's funny, but because it's painfully obvious it's either biased or ignorant. Probably both. But before we get into it, everyone, if you wouldn't mind sharing this out, YouTube are trying to put a block on everyone's channel that's like mine. So we really do rely on you at this moment and this time to get the word out. So if you can, it would be amazing. Thank you very much. Now, this article is titled, are we ready? Stockton Food Bank. Dealers don't swap drugs for a tin of beans. All I can say at this moment is, no beep, Sherlock. Food bank organisers and users have hit out at claims free school meal vouchers can be used for alcohol and drugs amid Marcus Rashford's campaign to get them extended to the holidays. We'll have more to say on Marcus Rashford later on. It has come after Workington Tory MP Mark Jenkinson said, I know in my constituency that, as tiny as a minority it might be, food parcels are sold or traded for illegal substances. So the BBC have obviously gone out and found someone that disagrees with that, and this is the woman. A Stockton woman who relies on the parcels said, relies on the parcels, remember that. What kind of drug dealer would swap drugs for a tin of beans or pasta? It's just not true. Right, let me stop you there, Stockton woman. Let me help your dumb mind grasp money exchanges. You're right, mostly. Dealers wouldn't swap for food. But here's the flaw in your brain fart logic. You ready for this? They sell the food to other families, then use the money to buy from a dealer. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? This woman knows nothing. I'm from a council estate in the north, and let me tell you this. This would happen. How do I know, you might ask? Well, Stockton woman, I have personally seen, on countless occasions, people selling baby milk tokens. You think if they did that, they won't sell food? You're deluded. The woman who wanted to remain anonymous told the BBC Usual Times podcast the idea parents would spend food vouchers on cigarettes, alcohol and drugs was pathetic. Really? I just proved you wrong, Fraggle. She has used supported food services for her and her two-year-old daughter and said the vouchers worked for everybody. At this point, I'd like to state something. I'm from a single-parent household. My mother works hard and I've never missed a meal. Not one. Granted, she didn't have any luxuries for herself, but that's a sacrifice good parents make, is it not? If you have children, you sacrifice. I wonder if this Stockton woman has, I don't know, a mobile phone on contract, or if she smokes. Maybe if she saves for holidays. Does she have a car? I wonder. This is what I'm saying. I have never heard of a hungry kid that had responsible parents or guardians. End of argument, in my opinion. But let's continue. Some MPs are trying to say it was used for prostitution and drugs. You can't use a voucher for drugs. You aren't allowed to use them for booze. Some MPs have expressed concerns families will become reliant on free meals. It's called a welfare state, and it does happen. Mansfield Conservative MP Ben Bradley warned that they could cause long-term state dependency to millions. Well, it will. Free handouts for doing nothing. Who's going to want to go to work if you can get more for sitting on your backside? And Redcar MP Jacob Young, also a Conservative, said schools, supermarkets and concerned parents had witnessed people using the £15 a week voucher on alcohol, tobacco or unhealthy food. In regards to the unhealthy food, it shouldn't matter. It's food, is it not? So I don't care what sort of food they get for themselves. That's personal choice. So is any illnesses you get from that, but that's, like same again, personal choice. Alcohol, tobacco, you shouldn't be able to get either of those on a food voucher. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't. Man United and England footballer Rashford had called on the government to provide free lunches during school holidays amid fears over family incomes during the lurgy pandemic. His parliamentary petition said no child should go hungry. This amazing hero has shown us the way, folks. The way to virtue and do nothing yourself. Let's look at this man's wealth, shall we? He's got a net worth of 64 million. He gets 10.4 million a year, or £870,000 per month, or 22 grand a week, or £1,190 per hour, or 20 quid a minute. Stunning and brave, isn't it? How many imaginary starving kids would that help? But no handout from him. He wants the government to pay, which means us, the taxpayer. Virtue signalling swamp monster, this man. Another charity said this that proves my point. I know last week 4 people sold their phones because they needed food. That's the reality of it. That's good parenting, love. Let's not forget as well, this is after the government's increased universal income by £1,000 and given local councils 64 million to help, and yet they want more handouts of us, and I'm sick of it, to be honest. We the taxpayer should not have to pay for your kids. It's as simple as that, in my honest opinion. But what's your opinion on this anyway, everyone? I'd like to know yours. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share it out. Like I said at the beginning, I really do rely on you sharing it out. Stay sane. I'll see you on the next one.